So this is our 2021 Amphora red wine. The Amphora that we use in Oregon, or at least for ourselves, are actually produced in Oregon. Not a lot of people know that there is a professional ceramicist and also winemaker, farmer named Andrew Beckham. He and his wife Andrea are located in the Parrot Mountain area of the northern part of the Willamette Valley. They're very talented folks, passionate about wine, but also they are producing clay amphora pots, which they're the only producer of in the United States that we know of. In the 2021 vintage, we decided to do a co-fermentation of Blaufränkisch, Laurent, and Grüner Veltliner. We ourselves have not yet produced what I would consider a higher extract, darker pigmented, higher tannin level style of wine in Amphora. Partly because our region is primarily based on Pinot Noir, Trousseau, on grape varieties that are more pale. The Blaufränkisch for us in Willamette Valley has a lot of structure to it. It's a very, very powerful wine. We thought that it would be interesting to co-ferment it with some Grüner Veltliner, which for us is another way that we utilize Grüner Veltliner in our winery as what's called a co-pigmentation factor, which is this concept of fermenting a little bit of white fruit with a significant portion of red fruit, in which the two grape varieties essentially create a much more stable color, much more stable pigment structure for the wine that helps to preserve the freshness, the brilliance, and the hue of the wine. So when you are pouring this wine, enjoying this wine, you may notice that the color of it is very, very brilliant or bright, sort of in an almost kind of like a accentuated kind of highlighter type way. And also the Grüner Veltliner is the most tannic, interestingly, of the three grape varieties. It's more tannic than the red grape varieties that are used for this wine, and that helps to further integrate the clay. The clay tends to be very sort of dusty. It has a very brick, sort of like ironish kind of like texture and flavor to it, and having something with a bit more substantial tannin to expand on the texture that's contributed from the clay, we have found is very exciting and very effective. We do use the same Amphora every year now. The process in which the Amphora are produced currently is pretty well dialed in at this point. There's really not much that's changing anymore. That's been a part of a bit of the process essentially from 10 years ago to now, is that in the earlier years, the Amphora were changing so much that even if we were making a different wine in the clay, we oftentimes were continuing to bring in new clay vessels. So if I was to be making a wine that was in 4 different vessels, each from a different vintage, they're all going to be significantly different because the technology made really big leaps and really big changes in the first years. So it was harder to kind of track, to be honest, to be really super confident about the consistency in which the clay impacted or influenced the wine. But since 2019, so for 4 vintages now, or I guess, yeah, 4 vintages now, we've used the same clay, the same design that has been consistent to what is still being produced today. And so I think that has been helpful in just narrowing some of the variabilities in understanding exactly how to utilize the clay best.